Daniel Radcliffe beat out thousands of other kids in a massive talent surge to score one of the most coveted film roles of all time. Heroic wizard Harry Potter in Warner Brothers films adaptations of J.K. Rowling's monstrously successful Harry Potter series. Radcliffe played Potter in 8 blockbuster films, growing up on screen with his character. By the time the final film in the franchise was released in 2011, Radcliffe was ready to try something different, and he's still blazing his own unconventional path, often outside of the spotlight. Here's a look at the real reason you don't hear about Daniel Radcliffe anymore. Indie darling. When one plays the title role in one of the highest-grossing and most famous movie franchises of all time, all other movies look like micro-budgeted indies by comparison. But Radcliffe really has been making mostly what one would call small or quirky films. Among his daring choices are the romantic comedy What If and the Allen Ginsberg biopic Kill Your Darlings, plus Imperium, which features Radcliffe as an FBI agent posing as a white supremacist, and Jungle, where he plays an adventurer lost in a jungle. Not to mention Horns, where he plays, well, a guy who suddenly grows horns. But Radcliffe's most famous post-Potter movie is also his most infamous post-Potter movie, Swiss Army Man. Radcliffe plays a pale, bloated corpse that helps Paul Dano get off a desert island by serving as a human raft that traverses the sea via the propulsive power of his own rigor mortis-induced farts. When it screened at the Sundance Film Festival in 2016, Variety reported that a continuous stream of audience members kept standing up and bolting for the door throughout the film. Mainstream meh. Though Radcliffe has spent most of the decade doing indie films, he has branched out into bigger budget fare occasionally, and the results have been a mixed bag. 2011's The Woman in Black was a minor horror hit, but his return to the genre in 2015's Victor Frankenstein didn't fare as well, earning just $5.7 million domestically, and his attempt to play against type as a villainous magician in 2016's Now You See Me Too was a bit of a disappointment at the domestic box office, though overseas profits ultimately made it a winner. Stage presence. Radcliffe isn't just some child star who lucked into a plum role that made him world famous and rich for life. He's a real actor, meaning he can handle starring in a Broadway show. During a break from Potterland in 2008, he earned raves in the role as the extremely troubled, horse-obsessed Alan Strang in a revival of Peter Shaffer's dark play, Equus. Then in 2011, he starred in a Broadway revival of the classic musical How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. And in 2014, he wowed critics again with a 3-month stint in the tragicomedy The Cripple of Inishmon, proving the stage is just as much his home as Hogwarts was. He's in love! Radcliffe and his longtime partner, American actress Erin Darke, fell for each other in the most Hollywood way possible, while filming a love scene together. It happened in 2012 while filming Kill Your Darlings, and the two have been together ever since, with rumors swirling that they may even be secretly engaged.
Come on! Daniel Radcliffe!
He doesn't need the money. Most actors are lucky if they star in one hugely successful blockbuster. By his early 20s, Radcliffe had already starred in 8. Combined, the Harry Potter movies brought in nearly $8 billion worldwide, and Radcliffe was paid handsomely for helping the juggernaut along, with his net worth estimated to be over $100 million. And that means Radcliffe doesn't have to do anything unless he feels like it. He told the Belfast Telegraph, "I'm very grateful for it, because having money means you don't have to worry about it, which is a very lovely freedom to have. It also gives me immense freedom, career-wise." He might play Harry Potter again. All of J.K. Rowling's original Harry Potter novels have been adapted to film, and Warner Brothers plans to make 5 movies in the prequel Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them series, but there's one Wizarding World property that's yet to hit screens, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Taking place years after the events of the novels, the stage play enjoyed a successful run on London's West End and hit Broadway in 2018. Surprisingly, there isn't a movie version in the works yet, but if it transpires, Radcliffe told The Hollywood Reporter that though he likely won't play Harry again, he hasn't entirely ruled it out. I'm never going to close that door. That would be a stupid thing to do. But I think I'll be happy enough and secure enough to let someone else play it.